do you too. Today's video, I want to chime in with a quick impromptu video. In today's video, I want to talk about how 100K track set up the whole YNW. Now check this shit out, right? I did a part 1 on this. It's called Sack Chaser and Juvie or Blood Sacrifices or something like that. Something along those lines. Now check this shit out, right? It's true. Rest in peace to Sack Chaser. Rest in peace to Juvie. But at the same time, you might as well say rest in peace to Borderland and Western. Rest in peace to Melly. Because check this out. 100K track. His real name is Jameson Francois. Does that sound like an American name? Absolutely not. If you're from America, that sounds like a foreign name. If you ask me, that sounds like a French name. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's keep going. But before I finish diving deep into this topic, I want to say shout out to my loyal subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people who've been following my movement since day one. I love you guys very much. You see what I'm saying? And all the haters, die slowly. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, though, so check this out. Jameson Francois, if you think about all the shit that's going on, he's behind it all. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga King Rob. Shout out to the Tube Dine. That's the same person. You see what I'm saying? They deleted his channel under King Rob a couple years ago. He got a new channel now called the Tube Dine. Check him out, man. Breaking down this shit for real. Real Freemason hunters around here. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? Now look, check this shit out, right? King Rob, aka the Tube Dine, he broke this shit down damn near like what, a year, damn near 2 years ago. But he was saying that, because I wasn't hip to this yet. This is how I found out about this. And of course, King Rob was telling the truth because, you know, over here we cross-reference, you know what I'm saying, we do our research. But I already knew King Rob was telling the truth, you see what I'm saying? Because, nigga, it's King Rob. This is one of, you know what I'm saying, one of the top motherfuckers that's in this shit. You see what I'm saying? And he was saying that 100K track is a foreigner. And I was just like, damn, that shit make so much sense. And when I started doing my own research on it, and I started to see how things unfolded and are currently unfolding, Jameson Francois, aka 100K track, he's being put up to this by the elites. The only way 100K track, aka Jameson Francois, can stay here in America is if he help the elites, aka the government, set up so-called black Americans. Oh my mama, boy, this shit is real. I know this shit gonna sound far-fetched to a lot of you people out there. A lot of you people out there slow, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, or you might just be asleep, you might be unaware, you see what I'm saying, that's okay. But if you slow, you know what I'm saying, that's a little bit okay. But if you constantly slow after this video, after these videos, I just don't know what to tell you, you just dumb. You see what I'm saying? But this shit is just point blank, period. Like, this shit is just like right in your face. And it's just like, I hate how they try to do this shit, bro. It's just like this conspiracy shit. Like, ain't nobody saying, yeah, we happy that Melly is on death penalty. But at the same time, it's like, nigga, you shouldn't have did what you did. Like, if you gonna do some shit like that, which I'm not saying I condone, so don't take my words and flip it. I'm not saying I condone it. But if you gonna do some shit like you did or what you accused of doing, nigga, why would you take, or why would you have one of your homies take the evidence right to the police? Nigga, how does that sound? That don't even sound right. That don't even sound right. That don't even sound right. Oh yeah, it was a drive-by. And yeah, we was gonna take we're gonna take it to the hospital or whatever, but you know, come on man, that's where all the police and the feds and shit at. And if it is such thing as a murder and you take that shit to the hospital, they're gonna keep you there until the police get there while they ask you questions. And then it's like, think about it. If you're in a drive-by shooting, you dummy, why would you change your clothes? Why you ain't keep the same bloody clothes and all that shit on? If you're gonna really play the role like that, you should have actually played the role instead of having a loophole. See, that's what happens when your mind on drugs and when you angry and all that shit like that. You ain't thinking clearly. YNW Melly wasn't thinking clearly. See, Juvie dad, you see what I'm saying? Juvie's dad, YNW Melly Juvie, his father, you see what I'm saying? He even said it. He said Juvie got betrayed by somebody that was one of his so-called friends. See, Me personally, I think this was premeditated. I think Melly already felt like this deep down. You know what I'm saying? These his friends. You know how it is. You grow up with childhood friends, and you know they probably could have been older than him, or whatever the case may be. Or you never know how they knew Melly. Like Melly could have been that shy little guy that they know. You never know. You see what I'm saying? I'm just put this in perspective. And you know they probably was sunning them shit like that. And then you know Juvie dad said him and Sack Church got into a fight, and he knocked his Sack Church knocked YNW Melly gold teeth out in front of his girlfriend and all that shit. So that probably was the last straw. But I personally believe, especially you know, from how these situations go, like the Murder on My Mind, that's premeditated if you ask me. He probably made that song back then, but in the back of his mind, he probably already had like, oh yeah, I'm gonna set these niggas up. It's just a matter of time. You see what I'm saying? And then, you know, how jealousy be coming through, like, oh yeah, these niggas. Excuse me. Oh shit, damn. I almost fell through this motherfucker, boy. What the fuck? That shit crazy. But see, you talking that real shit. They like, oh hell no. But yeah, you see, and you know, YNW, Sack Chase, and Juvie, they probably was like, they was founding members too, so they was getting money because they was founding members. But the thing is, they was in the way, and also the fact that Track, he got into YNW Melly head, like Juvie dad said, and did some divide and conquer. But like I already told you, Melly was already feeling like that, you know, from just jealousy and you know shit like that. These niggas get too much money, woo, 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 woo. He the face of it. But these niggas got all the respect to the streets type shit. When I say these niggas, I mean like Juvie, Sack chasing type shit. You see what I'm saying? Because they was actually really about that life. And, you know, Melly probably was just letting time pass. And then when that last situation happened, 2 days before the incident, he probably was like, all right, that's the last straw. Track probably got in his head, like, yeah, bro, all you gotta do is do this, and we're gonna be good. The whole time, niggas don't know that Track is a foreigner. He's not even from America. So he comes over here to America as an operative, just like a lot of these other people. They come over here as operatives, just like 21 Savage. WAC 100 broke down the whole 21 Savage case. WAC 100 told you 21 Savage is on a thing called the U visa program, meaning that people that's foreigners and shit, that's from different countries, they come over here to America and they have to help the federal government, and the government set people up and lock people up. It's called the U visa program. And 9 out of 10, I guarantee you, 100K Track, aka Jameson Francois, is on the same shit. He has to help set Black Americans up. All right, wind up, you better do this, kill your homies, woo, woo, woo. You're gonna be good, nigga. It's 100K Track. I'm gonna send you brand nigga, I'm your manager, G. You know how these niggas be, you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Talking that bullshit. So, you know, YNW Melly, he young, he impressionable and shit like that. You know, he believe Track, he look up the Track, because he the Track doing this, Track doing that. But Track is working for the government. You see what I'm saying? They give Track all this shit so he can seem alluring and powerful to younger people. So he can get them. And of course, King Von, I'm not sure if he was rapping at the time yet, around 2018. I think King Von probably was still in jail. But King Von wasn't being managed by Track yet. So the King Von setup didn't happen. The YNW Melly, or just the YNW, that group, that setup was first. And then they gonna let the same nigga who set them niggas up manage King Von, and then King Von get set up too? Not the same way, but come on, King Von get killed. And then 100K Track was managing either YNW or he was just managing Melly or whatever, but he was just in their vicinity, YNW, so they knew who, all of them niggas knew who 100K Track was. So 100K Track was behind this. 2 niggas end up down in this group, and then other 2 niggas lives on the line, you know, like for prison. And then a couple years later, you want to manage King Von, and then King Von end up getting killed. And other niggas that was around King Von end up going to jail. It's like, come on, bro, and who's behind it? 100K Track. So, and I personally think 100K Track is being put up to this by the elite. You see what I'm saying? They telling him to set people up. Because this thing, listen to this. If he set up YNW Melly and tell him do this, and do this, all this dumb nigga shit, YNW Melly gonna do it because he think he a real hood nigga. He just think that. You see what I'm saying? I know he come from that Broward County area, and Broward County is cracking out there. I'm already knowing. Just like XXXTentacion, he from Broward County and stuff like that. It's cracking out there. I'm already knowing. You see what I'm saying? That's not the point. It's cracking down there everywhere. I'm just saying that 100K Track probably got in his head, tell him do this. Y'all gonna get all of the fucking residuals, the words gonna come to y'all. You get rid of two dumb niggas. The whole time, 100K Track got in the back of his mind, I can get this dummy Melly to do this shit, and Borland be involved in it. I can get them two niggas out the way. Melly get the death penalty or life in prison. This motherfucker Borland, he get the death penalty or life in prison, and guess what? Without any suspicion or it looking too obvious, 100K Track getting all y'all royalties and all y'all residuals off the YNW group, especially YNW Melly, since he's the face of it. Duh, it's called a strategic play by the motherfucking elite. His job is to set up black American artists to get their royalties, and for him, in exchange for him to stay over here in America, man. Stop playing. These people come up here as operatives. Wake the damn up. Why you think Melly got that salty ass look on his face? Because he looking like, damn, this shit started off as some accidental, argumental shit. And I ain't expected to go this far. Listening to 100K Track, woo, woo, woo. Man, the motherfucker looking stupid. Was set up, wake the damn up.